Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, it looks as though the truth is being revealed slowly by slowly, as they say in Nigeria, drip by drip. So it looks as though we are starting to understand how these people have been rigging elections all through the years, and especially how the elections in 2019 was rigged. So this election was rigged, as we all know, and it was rigged in such a cack-handed way that some of the people that have been in the system for so long are now starting to come out to criticize and interrogate the system. So this is Atahiru Jega, who ran the 2015 election. So this is what he has to say. So this is not just some random commentator. This is a former INEC chief. So lecturers connive with politicians to compromise integrity of 2019 polls. Ex-INEC chief Atahiru Jega says. So Atahiru Jega is the person speaking here. Former chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC, Atahiru Jega, has accused lecturers used as ad hoc staff during the 2019 election of conniving with politicians to compromise the integrity of the polls. Jega said this when he spoke at the 15th annual conference of the Fulbright Alumni Association of Nigeria, which took place at the Dangote Business Center at Bayero University, Kano, yesterday, Wednesday, April 17. The former Election Commission umpire alleged that the attitude of some lecturers during the polls paved the way for faulty recruitment process of the political class during the polls. So this is what he said. Look at what happened during the last elections and the story of irregularities being spread even in the four walls of BUK. So BUK will be Bayero University, Kano. The politicians, through crooked means, got alliance with lecturers in the university to compromise the system, and they perpetrated all sorts of irregularities, which paved way for a faulty process for the continued entrenchment of bad people in governance. Maybe I am preaching to the converted, or I am talking nonsense, but frankly speaking, I am beginning to think that we are not taking the obligation of scholarship and intellectual engagement with the seriousness it deserves. I think the major crisis in Nigeria's democracy is that our electoral integrity has been under assault, compromised and undermined by those who have control over the process, he said. So this is what he said, and you can pretty much read between the lines. So because he is criticizing now frontally the election that just recently took place, which is a direct criticism of Professor Yakubu, and for an ex-INEC chief to feel the need to come out and publicly criticize his successor in the revered surroundings of a university setting, speaking to intellectuals, then really you must conclude that he has reached the end of his tether, and even he who ran a very faulty election found this one extremely faulty. So it's a complete waste, the whole election that we just had in 2019 this year. It's a complete charade, it's a complete waste of time, completely orchestrated, and no less a figure than Atahiru Jega, the ex INEC chief, is saying so. These are not my words. So if you read between the lines of what he said, this is exactly what he said. He said you've pretty much throw that election that just happened in the bin because it was severely compromised, and is rebuking the intellectuals that gave credibility and gave solidity and gave credence to this. So he's in the university halls criticizing the university lecturers that were used to run the elections, that how will you guys stoop so low. So this is effectively what he's saying. So if he's criticizing them for stooping that low, then he's effectively condemning that whole process. So now this is another yet more proof that this whole process is a sham and a charade and just a joke. So now what says you? Jega has spoken. Atahiru Jega, the ex-INEC chief. Now what do you say? I've been hammering on this point on this channel for a very long time, and people are coming to attack me. So now you're hearing it from the horse's mouth. If you don't believe me, at least you believe the man that was there. Abi, or do you know more than Jega? Do you know more than Jega, who is now speaking now? If you do not believe me, do not believe Jega, who was the last guy that was in that post, and is saying that this process that we've just experienced is severely flawed. is severely flawed, is what he said. So now what says you? So now let's have this conversation in the comment section, which is where conversation takes place on this channel. So I'll leave you here. I'll come meet you in the comment section so we can carry on this discussion. But before you come meet me in the comment section, click on the red subscribe button so it goes gray. Click on the bell button as well. That way you are notified every time I drop a video. Whether you like this video or not, at least you've enjoyed it up to this point. So reward me with a subscription and click on the bell as well so you can watch my future videos so I can annoy you even more. So once you've done both, come join me in the comment section where we can progress this conversation. So I'll leave you here, meet you there. But here I say peace.